How are we doing at this time? We're just going to wait for everybody to come in and see what we have and what's going on. I'm going to get over here, see if I'm on already. How are we doing? How are we doing? It's a great day. It's a great day. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Happy Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day. We are excited for Mother's Day, and we want to say happy Mother's Day to all the women, all the boys, all the girls, all the men, but especially to our women. Happy Mother's Day, because this is important. And why is this important? Basically, why this is important because we know in a special time in our lives that our mothers bore to have us and was raise us kindly and gently. Um, I don't know how everyone was raised, but the important part that at some time, some woman, some girl, some female had to have bore you or kept you in the womb for a period of time, whether it was 6 to 9 months. It happened. So I wanted everyone to come in and just sit down and relax and enjoy this podcast, because I think the most important thing is we have to remember what Mother's Day is all about. Mother's Day is about celebrating mothers, but then again, we have to think about what did they bring into our lives. So I'm going to open it up to people in the chat room. I'm going to open up to people that are on, but before we start, we just want to know that we have a lot of Bible verses in King James Version Bible about mothers and some relevance to something about mothers. Proverbs 31:25 through 30 speaks on mothers, and it says, "Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised." Um, that's just awesome. That's Proverbs 31:25 through 30. One thing we have to understand that as we continue to walk and as we continue to think about things in life, how we all should be doing. Um, and this is not a spiritual thing, but we have manifestations and ways we should or we ought to be acting and respecting God's will. So I know, um, don't want to get too far in advance, but some things is because our season 3, Ep.1 is basically about problem situations and issues. And we do understand that in life that most of we all have problems. We have all have situations. We all have issues. So I want to reach out to the mothers or to anyone that's on the line right now, and we talk about problems or some problems that may have arisen. And this is specifically to mothers. Um, I think I was looking on Facebook the other day, and one thing that I could think that was a problem, and this mother was explaining to us in the Facebook that her son had gotten beat up, and it was real bad. For me, just looking at that video, I can see her passion. I can see her sincereness and genuineness in that child, the after effect of how the child looked. Because that could be a problem and issue, and also a situation for a mother. Um, I know from history, I know another situation where a mother, um, you know, their child passed away. I think that's another problem, issue, and situation because no mother wants to see their child um, before them already transition in life. Um, do anybody have any good things about their mother that they can type on the live right now? Anybody have anything to say that's good about their mother? Anybody want to send a shout out to their mother on the podcast? This will air tomorrow. I see you too, Terica Hodges. How are you? Happy Mother's Day, Terica. One of my classmates, and happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. It's important to wish your mother, no matter what. And okay, before I start again, anybody that is having an issue or a situation or a problem with their mother, I implore you to have conversation, have a sit down talk with them, and try to figure out what's going on or what went wrong, um, and do your part. We understand that every mother is not going to react as we react sometimes, and a mother might not want to talk, a mother might not want to tell a situation and things like that. But we have to honor that. And yes, Cynthia said, my mother has helped me to grow to understand myself. And I like that. Mothers can be very nurturing. Mothers can be that what I call a sidekick that influence you to say, keep going, keep going. Like, they're your personal cheerleader. And they really do great in nurturing and things like that. But as I say on any podcast, that everybody is not a good mother. And I'm just going to put it out there because this podcast is about truth and transparency. Everybody is not a good father. Everybody's not a good brother. Everybody's got not a good sister. But in those times, how are we holding ourselves accountable and responsible for what we did and how we did it too as well? So we have to understand that too as well. I'm not saying that it's a be all that where people come to the realization that I might have done wrong. If you know you've done wrong, just apologize. That's the important piece of it. Um, Nowadays, we should be holding ourselves accountable, especially in our old age, especially in when we know better, we do better. Um, I want to read another verse of what the King James Bible states about mothers too as well, because we must understand that these are things that the Bible is saying, and he says in Second Timothy to study to show thyself approved. So even in doubt about a mother, we should know what the Bible says about mother. It says in Psalm 127 Psalms in the third verse is, "Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is reward." So understand, when you produce the fruit out of the womb, it is a reward. And if that's a reward, the child that comes out of it is a heritage of the Lord. Understand, it's all about the bloodline. It's about the heritage and being known that we are chosen people. We are already chosen for a purpose. Um, Luke 18 and 20 states, Thou knowest the commandments. Do not commit adultery. Do not kill. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness. And it also states to honor thy mother. Honor thy father and thy mother. I said it before. If anyone has an alt with your mother, if anyone has a situation or a problem or an issue with their mother, let's fix this now. Times are short. Times are to the point where we don't know who's going to leave this earth. Um, I just had a friend of mine that passed away unexpectedly, and we went to the funeral on Monday. Um, didn't know. Not saying that I had any odds with him or anything, but still, I'm at peace because I didn't leave with sorrow or shame that I never spoke to him or anything like that. I left with peace in my mind knowing that there was no beef, as people say, or any discouragement or anything that could be where he wouldn't be at peace. So I was at peace knowing that there was peace between us two as well. Anybody else want to send a shout out to their mother? This is a Happy Mother's Day special. I didn't have anybody to come on because I've already done an interview with my mom. So definitely go back and watch that interview. You can go to the www.therise.live and actually see my mother. I think it's called Mother to Son interview. And I think that was in September of last year. Yes, it might have been July. So Leviticus 9 and 3 states, Ye shall fear every man, his mother, and his father, and keep my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. Um, what does that mean? Um, you should fear your mother. Um, I've seen a lot of children. Okay, shout out to Felicia Reed. Thank you, Amber. Shout out to Miss Felicia Reed. Happy Mother's Day. This will air tomorrow at 12 noon. And you can see it live. Right now we're live on Facebook, but this will air on. This is easy to say, but that conversation is way too is two way. It's a two-way street. Got it. Okay, I'm just saying. This is easy to say, but that conversation is a two-way street. And someone stated that. But in that two-way street, we have to understand that as long as we did our part, I always like to say, if I did my part, no matter what their response is, I've done my part. My part is, okay, mom, whatever I've done wrong or whatever you deem that I've done wrong, whatever you feel, understand that I have feelings too, and I want to express some things to you. You might not like them. We might even go up to a total tone of you're upset. But understand that I have feelings as well as you do too as well, and we must honor those. I had those conversations with both my parents because I want them to know how I feel, and that's important because trauma will continue on, no matter what. If you don't have that conversation, it's going to be gaps. And we must sometimes have those conversations. And then that's okay. That's okay. Good conversations are rough conversations, and being able to listen. No one wants to hear the truth, and let's just be honest. If you want to hear the truth, raise your hand. I like to hear the truth because basically the truth is what's going to set us free, and that states in the Bible. Amber, how are you today? I just want to it's a happy Mother's Day special from the Rise Creating Your Voice podcast. And just want to give shots out to the females, the girls, the ladies, whatever names they have for themselves. I know they have a whole list of names, what they call each other. But we're going to say the mothers, for those who want to be mothers, I really wanted some mothers to get on here to really, really get on here and talk about to the young girls about having children, and being ready for children, because it's a task. Um, and I don't have any children, but I understand it's a task because I saw a lot of people raise children. And if you're not ready for it, I'm just saying. I saw on Facebook as well, how another mother had stated that, um, how she wanted, how some people put their children out at 18, and at 18 they think they're adults. So they put them out, or send them on their way to wherever. And then, but she says she's not the one to be that mother, because she want to be able to, if her child needs some toilet tissue or napkins, he can come in, or he or she can come in at 24. If he wants something to eat and just want to come by for dinner. And I like that whole attitude, because basically it set the tone for, you know what, I still want to be a mother and I don't want to be your friend. So I like that response she had given in one of the posts too as well. Um, Mark 7, verses 10 through 12 reads, "For Moses said, Honor thy father and mother, and whoso curses father or mother, let him die the death. But ye say, if a man shall say to his father or mother, It is Corban, that is to say, a gift by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me, he shall be free. And ye suffer him no more to do aught for his mother, his father, or his mother." So understand, for Moses said, Honor thy mother and thy father, and whoso curses father or mother, let him die the death. I'm just reading a couple of Bible verses about mothers. I'm also wishing a special, special happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out on Facebook world, to all of the wannabe mothers. It is a task. I'm sure my mom had a task in raising us too. It was, yeah. I just know children are, um, they're busy. Let's say that. That's a good word. Are there any more shots out? Any comments? Any questions, that people may have? And maybe I'm not saying it. Hey, Judah. Oh, shout out to Cynthia Wormley. Shout out to Cynthia Wormley. I am so sorry these things are not scrolling up fast enough. Shout out to Cynthia Wormley. May you have a special happy Mother's Day and many more to come. And just want to be, I want everyone to be blessed, and also be able to be uplifting to their mothers, to other mothers, because it's important for us all to get along so that we can be, blessed in the field and blessed as we come in as we go. I definitely want to just say, to all the mothers, keep your head up. No matter what may come, keep your head up. No matter what the problem or the issue or whatever that is going through, keep your head up. It's hard. Um, and I've seen that it's hard, because basically I know the things, that some mothers go through. I know I've seen some things that mothers go through. Um, and it's hard. It's hard to be a mother. It's hard to be raising children, whether that's a father or a mother. Um, but just know, when you have them, it's a difficult task. And not saying it's a bad task, because they're a gift from God, but be able to, manage, um, your fruit. That's a good word, because and that's just like any fruit. If you don't, water it, if you don't nurture it, if you don't put the soil down, if you don't do the necessary things to your fruit will perish, your fruit will rotten, your fruit would, different flies and different stuff is going to get on it. I'm just saying. And I think that's a good analogy, just stating that you have to be prepared. Um, and that's a good word. I know a lot of, we don't have any books on parenting or being a mother. It's sort of like, hey, this is what you got. And this is what it is. Are there any questions, any comments, any more shout outs? Because we're at 20 minutes and we want to definitely just thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for giving the shout outs. I want to shout out my mother, which is Teresa Sims. I want to shout out my stepmother, which is Jolene Sims. And I want to shout out my godmother, too, which is Brendale Jackson. Um, they've all been an intricate part in my life. And there's been a lot of other women, all of my aunties, I can't call them all out, but they know who they are. My cousins, um, sometimes I even learn from my own niece. So I guess someday she'll be a mother, but sometimes we need to take the opportunity to listen, especially to our women folk. Yes, mothers are nutrient. Um, they said y'all do have parental books. I wouldn't trust them, especially if they was written by somebody who don't have children. They said there are parental books out there, but they don't read them. But you know what? There is a parental book out there, and it's called the Bible. How about we all read that and make sure that we're training our child in the way he should go when he is old, he will not depart from it. And that's Proverbs 22:6. Um, that's important. Um, to be honest, no, yeah, mothers are for guidance. Mothers are for guidance and support. Thank you, Cynthia. Yes, mothers are for guidance and support. Um, and that they're that barrier of to support and guide the children and making sure they do the necessary things they need to do. That's important. Um, do everybody do that? Um, like I said, I have seen some mothers, a lot of mothers growing up. And this is just not my family, so I don't want anybody to just think I'm talking about my family. I've seen a lot of mothers, how they rear their children, let's say that. So, I don't say anything, but sometimes it's just what it is. Um, and they do unmotherly things, let's say that. Not to say toot anybody else's horn, but it's about just being ever present in your children's life. And if you're not or don't want to be ever present in your child's life, um, this is the opportunity for those who don't have children to think about it. Do you really want children if you actually cannot be ever present in their lives? So that's something to think about. And you heard that from Judah. Judah Bernard, the Wisdom Dialogue and the Motivational Warrior of the Rise Creating Your Voice podcast, that I want the younger generation to start thinking about, do you really want children? And can you be ever present in their life and do your motherly duties as prescribed? Um, and that's from a physical, spiritual, and a mental standpoint. So and just like Cynthia said, we were called, women were called by God to teach your children God's way. Um, dude, I'm gonna leave that one right there because I can go so far with that. Everybody don't teach their children God's way, but we do understand we want you to teach them the motherly way. Because but God's way is the right way. And we're going to continue with that. Because I believe in God, and I know other people here on Facebook and other things do not believe in God. And, we have different religions and things like that. And I honor you as a mother still. Okay? No matter who you may believe in. I believe in God. So that's my freedom of choice of spirituality and religion. and whoever believes whoever the universe, um, whatever you believe in, as long as that you treat your child nicely and in the way they should go, and when they are old, they will not depart from it. So, are there any other questions, any other comments? We want to thank you for joining in. We want to thank you for being a part of this Happy Mother's Day special. It's important to honor your mother. I'm going to say that slowly. It is important. No, it is imperative. No matter what your mom may have done, it is imperative for you to love your mother. It is imperative. It's important for you to honor your mother. And as I leave here, I'm going to say this once again. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers, daughters, sisters, nieces. If you bore a child or if you adopted a child in this world, we want to honor you on today. And also, we want to look at if you have an alt with your mother, fix it before she transition on, and just fix it. Like I tell a lot of people, be able to um, calm your feelings and your attitude or your emotions down, so you may have that conversation, so you may have that dialogue with her, and be honest, because it will heal a lot of wounds, and that's important. That's important. We're going to see us next week. Understand we do have um, our episodes going, problem, issues, and situations. You can email us at thetrjudah at outlook.com, and that's THETRJUDAH at outlook.com. And we're going to be reading those problem, issues, and situations on the next podcast. We want everybody to be informed, everybody to join in, and be able to understand how we deal with problems, issues, and situations. We're looking forward to our next podcast. Always remember, every Wednesday we send out motivational texts. You can text to 844-452-4110. And you can text The Rise, and that's all one word, THERISE. We send out motivational texts every Wednesday. And you can text 844-452-4110. We're looking forward. We're looking forward to everyone going to our episodes and looking at our archives. And the archives is on the website. The website is www.therise.live. That's www.therise.live, where you can look at all the archive videos. All you gotta do is click on that. It's like a metered thing, and go to episodes page, scroll down, you'll see my face and the podcast equipment. Click on that, and you will get it there. Thank you. Help start that hard conversation with my mother. What are other way to have that conversation? Sometimes the other way to have that conversation too as well, and I'm gonna answer that, is not having the conversation, but having the opportunity to write down 10 things of how you felt when they raised. And they can write down 10 things toward you too as well. And then trade papers, and each one read each other's and how it made them feel too as well. So that's another tip that you can do, is write down the information. Say, for instance, hey, mom, I want to have a conversation. Instead of us getting upset and listening to each other, let's write them down first. Let's write them down and, do a bullet point or whatever. And, that way they're looking at it, they're looking at your answers, you're looking at their answers, and you're able to give feedback on their answers by saying what you need to say too. And that's important. That's important. So everybody can get their opinion or their conversation out or their dialogue. That's important. So, like I stated, we will see you on the next podcast. And we also are looking for anybody that want a haircut. Yes, I got a haircut. You noticed. Yes, I did. Yeah, I'm not losing my hair. It's still there. But I did get a haircut. Yes. Trying to look a little professional if I can, is what they call professional. That's all I've got to say. But thank you. So I want everyone to listen in. Always go to the archives, which is www.therise.live. And also just tune in because we're going to be giving out problems, issues, and situations. You might want to listen in because it might solve some of your problems, issues, and situations that you have too as well. So you can also email me at thetrjudah@outlook.com. And also, if you want to come on, you can email me and put in the subject line possible interview at thetrjudah@outlook.com. As we always say, tell a friend, tell a foe, tell your spouse. Heck, tell everyone. We'll see you on the next podcast. And we're looking forward to seeing each and every one because it's important. And we care and we care, we care, we care about you and want to get you in a high order thinking pattern and changing your mindset for the better. We're no longer getting angry. We're no longer getting frustrated. We are solving the problem and making sure we are maintaining our flat line of where we are. Love you. Peace out. And just have fun. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Love you guys.